I'm Ken Phillips from West Milton, Ohio. I drive a 2006 Ram 2500 with a 5.9 Cummins. Run this truck in the ET class. It's an 8th mile sportsman bracket. We were 2018 points champion, top 5, 2017 through current. Currently sitting number 2 in the points, 1 round behind Ryan Riddle, who's also powered by science. We will do some gas events. My family does some JEG Super Quick Series. They'll run the dragsters. So we'll take this out and play in their pro class stuff, you know, general 8th mile pro or sportsman bracket. We'll run there. We'll run a little bit of stuff local at Killcare, Lucas Oil Raceway. If there's an opportunity to get the truck out and play with the gas cars and show them the capability that we have and the reliability and the repeatability, we'll get it out. So real simple setup. The majority of these, you know, it's a little bit of do everything, right? So the goal is repeatability and reliability. The truck does everything. Run it through the winter, 8 inches of snow. We'll bracket race it all summer. We'll pull a 40-foot gooseneck, no problem. It's a small 45% over extra G injector, fleece cheetah. It has a Suncoast trans built by Brian Carter. Of course, we're tuned by Hardway, and just an intake exhaust setup. The whole goal, like I said, is repeatability and reliability. We could drive it to Florida today and race tomorrow if we needed to, or haul a trailer cross country and it would do the job. So I've got a pro charged '89 Mustang that I ran pro class with. It's a 660 8th mile pump gas street car. To be honest, I wasn't having fun with it. Didn't have nearly the success I do with this. We had gone to a couple of events local. Muncie had a diesel event that they would do yearly, and decided to take the truck down to TS, Bowling Green. We runnered up Friday night, and we ended up 3rd place on Saturday, and that hook was sunk and ready to go. You have a family atmosphere here, right? Met a lot of people, made a lot of friends, made a lot of connections. This group on the diesel side is everybody's willing to help everybody else out. You know, this truck's set up that if somebody breaks and they need to get their stuff home, there's the trailer, here's the truck, here's the keys, see ya. Well, let's be honest. We won Tennessee 2 years in a row, Rocky Top. We won a couple of weekends back, and then year previous. Obviously the series, you know, when you start out, I started late in 17, so we took a run at the rest of the series, ended up 5th in points. I told myself the next year we're gonna run the whole deal. We won 2018. That was huge. Won 2018, had my son there. He had been born in May. We had quite a bit of a season. I had the motor out of this at one point. Had some bottom end noise that we wanted to correct, and so I ended up in 2 trucks through the season, this and my brother's mega cab. To come out of that on top, that's, you know, to come in and be consistent in 2 different vehicles, 2 different platforms, 48 versus a 68, 5.9 and a 6.7, that was big. Once you have the series, then you're still chasing that race win. We won Rocky Top last year and got that monkey off our back. That was huge, and a great track. Michael Dalton and the RLC crew do a great job down there. From there, it's really just the connections, the memories you make with the people that are out here. So we've done the series, we've had the race win, and now it's just come out and have fun. If you're not having fun, there's no point in doing it. First and foremost, hot shots all day. The truck, my RV that we pulled it here with, my daily driver, everything I have has hot shots. And I'm not the type, I don't care what the the company's offer. If it doesn't work or it's something I wouldn't buy with my own money, I'm not going to run it. Fleece Cheetah, I've got a couple of different parts from Fleece on the truck. Reliable, fit and finish is great. The extra G injectors have been fantastic. They've been in there for years. The Suncoast transmission, I hate to knock on wood, it doesn't miss a beat. It's been fantastic. JMO exhaust, I'm not a big loud truck guy. 4-inch with a muffler, simple setup. This truck's daily driven. I put my son in it. We take it to daycare. If we got road trips we got to do, whatever the case may be, it's got to be comfortable. It's got to work. It's got to be reliable. Fluid damper, obviously ARP for studs. Edge products for gauges. Nitto tires. I know I said a lot of ums, but I mean that's the general gist of it. I'll be honest, it's been in the same configuration for, outside of the motor being out. It was a stock rebuild. We only swapped to a towing efficiency cam and added studs. Everything else has been the same. It's still stock CP3. It's still on a stock manifold. The truck has an exhaust brake on it. It was a factory option from Jacobs, so I'm kind of limited on the turbo setup, so that's what tied me into a Fleece initially. But quality and fit and finish is where it's at, and honestly, I want to buy something that's made in the USA. And I want something that I know if I have a problem with, the company's going to stand behind it. So that's pretty much it. I've got some other classes I'd like to try and play with. We've got some stuff at home we're working on. I'd like to run a few faster index classes. The ET stuff's fun. I'd like to try a different challenge, but this isn't the chassis or platform to do it. Something lighter, something smaller, something rear-wheel drive, quicker. That's the route if you're going to do it. Make the equipment have to work less to do the same pace. This is an 8,000-pound truck. You want to turn it, run the faster class stuff, you can absolutely do it. There's plenty of guys. Levon's quad cab, prime example. The truck does everything, makes a ton of power, and is extremely reliable. But there's a lot of dollars that go into that too. I'd like to get into some 670 at some point, and honestly do a little bit more racing on the gas side, but obviously diesel powered. Obviously my fiance Lauren, I wouldn't be able to do any of this without her, right? We got family, we have kids. She handles the house. I appreciate that immensely. My brother Chris, that's my right-hand man. If we're wrenching on this, it's his place, it's his tools, it's his knowledge. That's the biggest one. And I'll be honest, I think the other for this truck for repeatability, it's right there. Files are clean, it makes good power, it does it every time. It's reliable. That's the whole goal. And this isn't something fancy. It's got nicks, dents, it's got a little bit of rust on the bottom. It's worked. It'll be out on the farm in 2 weeks, pulling trailers, getting dirty, and then we'll take it down to Florida and hit the next one and go. Gratifying, man. It's a lot of analyzing for myself. What are temps at? How long have you sat? What's your outside temp? How long are you gonna sit in the lanes? You get to the point where you're not so worried about who you're running because you just need to run your race and be on your A game. Be on the tree, and that's it. So feels good to be back to back. Obviously, everybody likes a paycheck, but I'll be honest. These are all memories, man. That's the only thing we can take with us.
Yeah, right. So what does that do for you in point standings?
So that will flip Ryan Riddle and I. That will put me in first place. That'll put him in second, followed by Nick Morris. And that was the last three that was left in ET, as well as 770 this weekend. So once again, hot shots filled, finals, track after track.